Okay, in this tutorial I will be discussing about pulmonary circulation. Let me show it in the full screen. Okay, pulmonary circulation remove carbon dioxide from blood and adds oxygen into the blood. So that means here oxygen is absorbed. So let us try to follow the path. Point number 1. So these are the two lungs, right and left, because since you are facing the heart and lung, so what you see on your left side is actually right, and what you see on your right side is actually left, because you are facing it. Okay. Now, first item number 1, here blood is pumped out of right ventricle of heart, and you see that this asterisk that I have given here, it means the right ventricle does not open at the bottom as shown in this diagram. There is no outlet in the bottom. I have shown it only for the sake of simplicity to make the diagram look simple. Then point number 2, on your left side, impure blood goes to right lung. That means blood full of carbon dioxide and less of oxygen goes to right lung. Then point number 3, on your right side, impure blood goes to left lung, because there are two lungs. So impure blood goes to left lung. So that means as soon as blood comes out of the right ventricle, through pulmonary artery, it branches out. One branch goes to the right lung, another branch goes to the left lung. So it branches out, and this is called pulmonary artery because this is the exit path of the heart. Artery means where it's the exit path, and vein means entrance. Okay. Then 4, oxygenated blood, that is on your left side, oxygenated blood from right lung travels to heart, and on your right side, that is 5, that is oxygenated blood from lung travels to heart. And here in pulmonary vein, these two paths merge. From right lung and left lung, it again merges into pulmonary vein, which again falls into left atrium. So all this pure blood from lungs again falls into left atrium. So this is what pulmonary circulation is all about. So in pulmonary circulation, purpose of it is that oxygen is absorbed and carbon dioxide is removed, and the two chambers that are involved in pulmonary circulation are right ventricle and left atrium. These two chambers are responsible for pulmonary circulation. Now let us see systemic circulation. I showed it in a very simplistic way, that box 2 which you see, that with typical on your left side, that indicates all the organs together, which is a very simplistic way, but still it will serve the purpose of understanding. So let us see the paths here. Now 1, oxygenated blood is pumped out of left ventricle. So here the two chambers that are involved are left ventricle and right atrium. So in systemic circulation, the other two chambers are involved. So item number 2, oxygenated blood reaches organs which takes the oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. So in the organ, that is 2, which is a combination of all the organs, it absorbs the oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Then the deoxygenated blood flows through, that is point number 3, and then it falls into right atrium. So in the systemic circulation, the two chambers of heart that are involved are left ventricle and right atrium. So in the systemic circulation, the pure blood goes to organs, and organs uses the pure blood and makes the blood impure. Then let us see how systemic and pulmonary circulation works together, and that is exactly how it works in our body. These two things work hand in hand. They work in synchronization. So here this side, this is the pulmonary circulation, that is blood is coming out of right ventricle through pulmonary artery and going to both the lungs. And then in the systemic circulation, blood is coming out of the left ventricle and going to all the organs. Again, I showed you that this asterisk means it does not, this ventricles does not have any opening in the bottom. It is only for the sake of simplicity I made the diagram look like this, so that it is easy for me to draw. Now let us see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1 is lower body, okay, 2 is digestive system like intestine, stomach, 3 is liver, which is again part of digestive system. That means blood through systemic circulation is coming to all these organs. Then 4 is the brain, is the upper body, not only brain, hand, everything. And so through systemic circulation, blood is going to upper body and lower body, and through pulmonary circulation, blood is traveling to lungs. Okay, so this is how this in this diagram these two circulations are combined. So if you understood systemic circulation and if you understood pulmonary circulation, you can easily understand this part. Here these two things are combined, and this is exactly how it happens in our system. Now I will be discussing about the main arteries and veins of the heart. We have already discussed what is artery and what is vein. So now let us talk about the main arteries and veins. The first one, you see at the top one here, this is called superior vena cava, means it's a vein. That means through this path blood flows from the organs into the heart. And the below is inferior vena cava. So one top is superior vena cava, below is inferior vena cava, 1 and 2. 3 is aorta, that round thing and 3 branches moving out. 3 is called aorta. It is the main artery. The thickest artery is the aorta. It is the main artery. That means the first exit path from the heart. It has lots of blood pressure in it. And 4 is right pulmonary artery, and 5 is left pulmonary artery. That means through 4 and 5, impure blood is going to lungs through 4 and 5. So that is right pulmonary artery and left pulmonary artery. So when blood goes to lung, it goes through artery. That is impure blood. In this case, impure blood flows through artery. In pulmonary circulation, impure blood flows through artery. In systemic circulation, pure blood flows through artery. And 5 is right pulmonary